Hello, I'm Oral Gibbs, and welcome to Oral Gibbs Live. I have a very interesting guest with me. Someone that's been around for a long time. I only see this person once a year on my television program, sometimes two. But since the pandemic, I've been seeing him only once on the program. But I'll tell you who's the special person after my sponsors. The Windward Island Bank. That's right, the Windward Island Bank in Phillipsburg, in Cul-de-sac, and in Simpson Bay is the bank for all your banking needs. That's the Windward Islands Bank. And GEBE, our local water and electricity company, serving St. Martin for over 6 decades. That's GEBE. And now I'm sure everyone wants to know who's this big surprise, my good friend, the one and only, Miss Maria Blyden. How you doing?
I'm all right, Oral Gibbs. I thank you for having me on the program. So let's start and see what we're going to do.
Well, it's always a pleasure having you on the program, you know?
Yes.
Last year I had you on the program. It
You
was
did.
a hit. Everyone was speaking about that program.
You mean the one with the, what was using the word again? Uh, uh,
We did a lot of programs together,
yeah,
but
but
last year
the
was
last
different.
one was a hit. The one with a line.
Yes, right. And you had on a very beautiful yellow dress. Everybody remembers that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you see, you didn't remember that one, right?
Oh, I,
So now you're back with a beautiful floral dress, and that's really nice.
thank you.
So how are things going with you so far?
Well, so far, you have to make the best of it. No matter what happens in your life, you have to make the best of
Uh-huh.
it. I still have the problem with one eye,
Yeah.
and I'm a diabetic, and all kind of things. And, for a senior, I'm a senior because I'm 70 years old now.
I thought you were younger than 70.
No, I am 70. I make 70 December 1st, 1951.
Okay.
But the problem is, when you go, people don't treat you in the right way. It doesn't matter where you go, whether it is banking, government, or whatever,
Yeah.
they don't have no lines for the seniors.
Really?
Really,
But I
really.
thought they had that before the pandemic
They used to have it, but
Yeah.
afterwards now they're telling you only one line
for everybody.
for everybody.
Oh, that's not nice.
No, it can be nice, but they treat the seniors like, I don't know. Even with a pension, these people, what they have there so long, I think they should go home now. No, I'm sorry. Well, it's my opinion, and I can stick to my opinion. From since I'm young, I know those people in charge. I even know one of them was Minister of Justice.
Wow.
And we got a young Minister of Justice now, which is the young lady there now,
Yeah.
Anna Richardson. That age is okay. But when you reach those big age, those old age and thing, you can't be over SVB till now. Because you're not seeing what happened outside. You're not seeing what happened to the people. And when you don't see what happened to the people suffer. And I could tell you, if you don't treat your elderly good,
Right.
you can't be good. Because that if you become an elderly, because everybody get to become an
That's
elderly,
true.
you know.
That's true.
Because the way how God controlling it now, the young ones who wicked going to.
I like how you put it.
No, it's true. Because you must remember that you might be get the age I am today now. And if you wouldn't want nobody pushing you around because
Right.
how it is now, we got different people now. In those days, when you go government building, in my mother time, because my mother born in 1911.
Yeah.
She born in St. Martin too, my grandmother. We come from indigenous St. Martiners. And everybody used to respect the elderly. But now, I don't know what kind of young people we got now. They're going to push you down to go in front.
Really?
Really. And they don't care. They don't care. And if you open your mouth to talk to them, they're going to rough you up too. So I have experienced that now. I keep my mouth shut. No, because I say, why I ain't gonna why you kill me before my time. I mean, when my time come, I gotta go.
Yeah.
But when you look, you see, after a while, those same rough people go home, go sleep. You know why? Because God is control. And God is seeing everything what we're doing. You could do what you want, but you can't do it for as long as you want.
Yeah.
And this is what the young people don't understand. And those people who are in SVB don't understand, because all them making good salaries, they're driving nice cars, and they don't want to come in the building.
Up to now, they still don't want people to come in the building?
How you gonna get in there? How you gonna fix? I used to get money from Curacao, the difference.
Yeah.
I don't get it no more. And now the Curacao telling you they have nothing to do with Sabato. When I call, no.
Because you lived at one time in Curacao, right?
I lived from 5 years old. I went to Curacao and I finished my MULO in Curacao, and I came back here because my parents could not send me to RBS.
Oh, okay.
Because my mother was doing domestic work,
Yeah.
and the old man was digging up roads and things. With what we say Kodela is like GB. Go and put down the lines on the ground.
Oh, okay.
That's years ago.
That's
that
a
was
long
the
time
50s,
ago?
yes.
Wow.
Because I was born 1951, but I left here 57. But when I was young there, they put me in first grade, they put me in kindergarten.
What?
Yes, and I went there when I was 17, and things get hard after the same year the burning of Curacao, 1969.
Yeah.
I decided to come back because they wasn't given the both women's island, which is how you say, the Leeward Islands, no job priority.
Really?
Really.
So that was the reason why you came back in
Yes,
in
and then we had my house there, Bush Road,
Yeah.
where I was born. It was terrible. The lady used to burn things, coal and everything. We had to start from scratch.
But you come from a very big family, because you have the Blyden family, and
Yes.
you're married to a Hunt.
A Hunt.
So two big families.
Oh,
there.
yes. And the Flanders, them is my family too, because my grandmother, sister, was a Flanders.
Okay.
And all the Flanders, them is one family. Believe me, they could live French Quarter, they could live all over.
So one third of Simran is your family?
Yes. I met one of them, and the guy was talking to me, and something he spoke Flanders. And I say, I am a Barrington descendant.
Yeah.
Because my grandmother was a Barrington, married to a ref.
Right.
And he said, but I had always said, okay, grandmother. My grandmother was Janet Barrington, Ref Barrington. She was married to a ref,
Okay.
but her name was Barrington.
But the Barrington is not that popular name.
No, because my mother was the last Barrington.
Okay.
Because you're married out.
Yeah.
My mother married to a Blyden. So when you married to a Blyden, and it erased all my mother, my grandmother children,
Yeah.
the daughters them get married, so it gone, and they were ref. The only thing of Barrington was my mother. My grandfather was Duzonzon. Now if you tell me, that's a next big family too.
Right. Yeah.
Like D'Angelo, and I was speaking already,
Right.
my cousin, and Duzonzon, Louis Duzonzon.
Right. He was a good guy.
Oh, God, but he was my cousin. I used to go by him.
Yeah.
And he used to keep me up to date. Besides Groenevel, the deceased Groenevel.
Yeah.
Lord, I miss him.
Oh, he was
He was
a great friend
a
of
great
ours.
man.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and we don't get no more of him.
Yeah.
Because what we got now, I don't know what we got. But they don't tell you nothing about the law. They only tell you what they're going to do. But they ain't doing nothing for the people. As long as the people on the street, and the people in the road, and the people don't have houses, all of a sudden you see people sleeping in the street in St. Martin.
Yeah.
That used to happen before.
No, because it was different then. But now
but-
it's.
But why? Why? Because we is a good destination, geographical speaking. We are at a good place where all the planes has come
Right.
and the ships has come. We had a nice port. Okay, the hurricane mashed it up, the airport mess up. But so much of things happen on the airport and the port. Who didn't get arrested? I don't know what to say, because it makes us look bad. And we only 37, okay, I'm going to say 37 because I got to say 16 because I'm talking about the Dutch side.
Right.
I was born on the Dutch side. Although my husband was from the French side. And he never wanted to be a Dutchman. He stayed because he was the army in France,
Yeah.
and he stayed with his French rights. So he had a house on a friend's side. And with that house, he rented out. And when he rented out, the man who in there, now he died, I can't get him out.
Up to now?
Up to now, I can't get him out.
Wow.
Because you know what he tell me? The house going to be his one these days. No, it's succession land for the Hunts, you know. I have papers for it.
Yeah.
But he said, former president of the collectivité,
Uh-huh.
Daniel Gibbs, telling him he could get a house one of these days.
How is that possible?
I don't know. I even investigated. I too old to go through that.
So
Me,
he's
my
not
children
paying
go through
rent
that.
and nothing like that to you?
He's paying rent. He's
Oh,
paying rent.
Oh, okay.
But the thing of it is that he telling me so, and when I go on a friend's side, you know what they do to me? Despite they speak total French.
But have you ever tried to speak to Daniel Gibbs and ask him if that's true?
But how are you going to see that Daniel Gibbs? Daniel Gibbs is not like the one who win. I could speak to the one who win now. I could speak to Gomes, but Daniel Gibbs, I met him. The only last time I met him is when Daniela died. That Jeffrey.
Yeah.
She was my cousin. That's to show you how big my family is.
Yeah.
And I used to go by her, and she was fixing my papers for me. And she tell me the contract that that he have is between us, which means my husband and me and the man.
But your husband died.
My husband died, but it's still binding.
Mm.
Okay? So if it's still binding, she say, you gotta hope he come out or something like that. Because I went to a lawyer, he took my money, and he didn't do a damn thing.
It was a lawyer on the French side?
Yes,
Yeah.
a lawyer on the French side. And you know, for spite, they like to speak French to you. Even the government. When you go there with your papers and show them everything in order, everything is good. They tell you everything is good. But you have to get a lawyer again. I say, get a lawyer again, take my money. Because that's what they're doing all the time. And I say, well, I went to social office to ask them what is going on, that I can't get him out. You know what they tell me? They carry me upstairs by a lady from Guadeloupe. A Coombs. I said, well, you got Coombs, like a smart name. But she couldn't speak English. So I had to break up my French and speak to her and explain her.
Uh-huh.
She tell me, no, I have to go over on the other side. When you go on the other side, by tax, where they give the farms,
Yeah.
she tell me I have to go by the next side, where you have to pay. I say, but I don't know how much I have to pay now. Gotta pay the taxes, that's one thing.
Yeah.
Because I want to protect my children to get a house. Because even if I die tomorrow, there's hunts.
Right.
He can't take it away from them like that. But he is saying that he can. But I never met Daniel Gibbs, only by the funeral, and I wasn't going to ask him nothing like that.
But you see, because...
But he was sitting himself too, you know.
Yeah, because what happened is that how long now that this person is renting the house from
About
you?
10 years.
10 years?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's not that long. Yeah.
No, it's not that long, but
Yeah.
he based it on that what the president tell him in those days.
I don't believe that. I really
don't believe it
I don't
either.
think he told Daniel Gibbs that, and I'm personally gonna contact Daniel, ask him if
You
that's
could
the
ask
case,
him.
because I don't believe that. I think in some modern people like to make up things instead of a person told
But-
them that when it's not like that.
But he doesn't matter, no? That's the sweet part about he from Dominica.
Oh God.
Listen, these people come in here from these different islands, and they don't have nothing good for us. I could tell you that. I can see that now because they're laughing, thing with you, but when they get in their language, you can understand what they're saying. So you don't know what's going through their head. And I
Right.
don't know who put it in their head neither. Because since this thing with Webster problem,
Yeah.
everybody seemed to think it is like that it could go.
Yeah.
But the deed is in my father-in-law name. So how my father-in-law give you land that is not that he left for his children? Even the portion that he gave my husband, in his I mean by the cadastre, it in my husband's name. But my husband was wrong too, because the father was telling him, let's go cadastre and pay the money and put it in your name. But maybe thank God he didn't do it, because I have no problem with the man.
Because right now you're the sole beneficiary of that, right?
No,
From your,
me and the children.
and the,
Yeah, I have 2 children by my husband.
right.
They is the beneficiary, not me really, you know.
Oh, okay.
And I'm married to him. If I married again, I out.
Oh, you out really?
Yeah.
I thought you go your
If
share.
I married again, They're not gonna give me the 300 euro. What they'll give me? What $300 now? Cause the euro gone
Yeah.
1 to 1. You know that?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So now it's $300. What I getting from the Dutch side is $550. I mean, give and take the guilders.
Yeah.
So I make myself happy because I live in my own home bush road, Leiden property. I'm fussing no more because if you fuss about land, you're gonna die leave it.
That's
Cause you're
true.
gonna die anyway.
That's true, but
So I stop harass myself with it, you know.
but the thing is, there's so many people on St. Martin now with this problem. It's
Yes,
unbelievable.
I know. But I tell my children, if I don't buck up by yourself, because I use hunts. I have aunt and uncles them living on the property too. He living on the property of my sister-in-laws, or same sister-in-law, brother-in-laws, them there. They have their own house, because the father give each one of them peace. Like how he gave my husband peace. So, me want that.
So what part of
Overall-
St. Martin is this? What part of French side?
Hamadupong.
Hamadupong? Oh, okay.
Hamadupong.
Yeah.
And there is hunts, hamlets, and all is one set of family.
Yeah.
And there's my kids' family, Adams, and I really can't. For me, I could tell you, I know that they have a lot. We have a lot of family. I tell you, the people that approach me, they look like somebody, and then when by the time we finish talking,
Yeah.
we are related, because Samaritan people look alike. You could do what you want. When you start to speak the English,
Yeah. Then you could.
they know right away.
Yeah.
It's just if you come from Jamaica, you could tell that's a Jamaican. If you come from India, you could tell us an Indian. If you come from China, you could tell us a Chinese. You think we don't know who we people are? But sometimes they don't tell you. They don't want you to know.
Really?
Yeah, because if anybody talking about you, for instance, Mr. Gibbs is talking about you, they're going to start up and listen. And they'll come back and tell you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's still going on.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
I
true.
just tell the people, I think I have fooled me.
Yeah.
And the politicians, oh my God. Well, I could tell you, I thought we had bad ones before, but they stop it off,
Really?
really. I even don't care if I vote or don't vote, because I may not see the day of the election next time.
You talking about the Dutch side? No.
I talk about Dutch side, I gone back to the Dutch side. I'm sorry about that, I should have said so.
All right.
Because I don't know much about the French government. You know,
So you're not happy? You're not happy with your government that we have here? We have an excellent prime minister and all those different things.
Excellent for herself. Because when she's speaking on projects. She's speaking on things that hit the people. Let me tell you something. Ontwikkeling van de mensen begint met de arme mensen en kinderen.
That's true.
Okay? If you don't educate your people, go bush road, see what the boys them doing sitting down. Go by the small children, them, go in the alleys them in town, smell kapis.
Yeah.
And you could say you are prime minister of this island? Because number one, she is the government. Number one is she represent all the ministers.
Right.
So if something going wrong tomorrow, we can hold she accountable. Are you holding Egbert Duran and the finance minister and nothing like that? You is the one who supposed to see that Samat is clean back like how it used to be. Samat used to be clean. But every alley you go in town, well, I don't know what they're going to do with the roads. But I don't know. I mean, she met it there. I ain't going to say that much about that. But you say you're going to do this, you're going to do that, you're going to do that for the poor. How come they reach the poor? The children ain't going to school. Are you checking to do that?
But in fact, they're taking away money from the poor. I mean, you look at
But this is what
government.
everything I pay for.
Yeah.
But the rich ain't paying for nothing.
Right.
You know what? I read somewhere, they teach us to be poor and that you can move out, like how I move out of where I was in Kiruso, sleeping on the floor and that kind of thing. Because it's one bedroom house we had in Kiruso. And afterward, the government gave us 3 bedroom because that looked bad.
Yeah.
Even Kiruso had given us a house to live in, where we had to pay rent, but not much. But St. Martin, we had to live in that old house till it fix up. But I wasn't living there. I tell you the truth, I was living by my grandmother. My grandmother's house was good. Janet Barrington Ref. She was a ref by marriage and Barrington by birth. And I had a great aunt. You know, all these things, you know, and she was married to Flanders. That was the Flanders, them coming to my family. And she lived in Freetown. I mean, she died now, but she lived in Freetown. She had 10 kids, my grandmother had 10 kids. So my grandmother had 76 grandchildren.
Wow.
And a lot of them die out, but a lot of them still alive, and they make children. So when we go, all they could call them is primo. Because I don't know their name, but they know me. Because one thing with us, we just tell the children, that's your family, that's your family. This is something what they don't do anymore. And they must stop that. Because when you get in trouble with somebody, what is your family, and then you look, are you fighting to want to kill each other, and then everybody's sick.
You find out later that it's a family.
No. So, that is my problem. That these government is, I don't know what they're doing. It seems like something is going on among them. I don't think they trust each other.
Well, this coalition is a coalition of convenience. Now they don't like each other, but they're still there.
Yeah, but yes, they like each other for the power. I don't, maybe for the money too, you know.
Oh yeah, money.
Money is, you know, but that's why.
It's greed. It's greed. It's all about greed right now.
It's greed.
Yeah.
It's greed and power. And when you have power, you don't get money. As I was going to say just now, they didn't teach our children how to become rich. They teach them to become maybe entrepreneurs. But I don't mean you're rich. Which means you can hold a business and when you look, they take it from you. So you get back poor. It's only the smart ones with common sense. Because my grandma used to always say, common sense beats education.
Yeah.
I have seen a lot of educated people lose everything.
I gotta ask you a question because you said something just now I never heard anyone said, and that is, you start a business, but then they take it from you. Why you say that?
I say that because they don't educate the people on budgeting, number one.
But I mean, you said that they have a business, so they're established, but the government takes it from you.
But listen, if the government don't buy from you, if you don't have no, how you say, sponsors, and you have to pay taxes.
Right.
How can you survive and have a family?
Yeah. I see your point.
And how you gonna buy a house?
Yeah.
Okay? Number one, if you don't budget, you have to budget. You have to pay your bills. And when you see your bills exceeding the money that you get in, which means you're going down.
And if you're local,
you go faster.
You have to pay all the taxes and everyone.
Yes, they gotta go find you.
Yeah.
But an investor gonna come. He gonna show the government his bank account. He gonna put some in the bank. And when he finish with us, he gone catch a plane. He gone. We don't know where he gone. He leave the taxes behind. Because some of them just have a nice way of telling the government, I can't pay taxes, and then if I can't pay taxes, I'll leave you people and go. And the government does fall for that all the time. Because they want to keep the people working.
Yeah.
But why they don't create the jobs for the people? The government should, instead of, I always say this, because you still have it, and Aruba still have. Why are you employing what these kind of people, I don't know if they get, for me, if they get next to me, I don't mind, because I too old now to worry about that. Why don't you get people from all over, from the young fellas them, to work with the government? Like how we had their way in those days. When I was young, come back here, It's only public what people had know. James Mallon, the other day was talking about it. I had to feel bad because James Mallon used to keep the pump going with all those hurricanes that we pass.
But that man was a remarkable
Remarkable
man.
man.
I
But
knew him personally. He was a friend of ours. I had him on this program, you know. He was a true St. Martiner who loved St. Martin.
And he used to, how you say, take his life, risk his life up there with that pump.
Yeah.
And nobody named nothing after James Mallon.
And in the end, though, you know, after I had him 2 times in the show, in the end he was recognized, but with a medal from the royal family, but he was already sick.
But this is what
Dying,
happened.
yeah.
Why would you recognize people when they're dying? And you're giving them to the name.
Yeah.
Huh? After they die. The churning, the young people know nothing about those people. Why don't you teach the children maatschappelijk leren in school? Maatschappelijk leren mean how many people in government, which is 15 parliamentarians, how many de wetgevende macht, de uitvoerende macht, which is the legislators, and the one that give out the daily government thing, which is the ministers.
Right.
They don't know the names, because when I used to do the reading by Borka School, I used to always give the children that to know, because I used to go parliament for years. I started going to the parliament because it was just like, I'm gonna put it in writing for you. I don't see it. I asked one of the parliamentarians once. That's why I stopped going, because if you gonna, the minister can answer in writing to the parliamentarian.
That makes no sense.
What kind of foolishness that is?
You never, the public never get to know.
We get not to know the answers.
Right.
So I say, you know what happened? I waste my time because sometimes it'll be hot. I'd like it to be, you know. I ain't got a problem with that because you have your opinion, I have mine. Okay? And people vote you in. But that's why they vote you in, to ask questions, to hold these people accountable. And if you don't hold these people accountable, that's why they get locked up. Hollanders come in and say, well, are you doing it? That's why they get a call. You think if things was going right to Samat, we end up in a call?
I tell you what, we're going to go to a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about that cohort. What do you say about that? All right?
Okay.
Okay, all right. So we're going to be right back. Please stay with us right here on Oral Gives Live.
In order to know what you want out of life, you need to observe, listen, and try it yourself. Promises, we can make it if we work together. That's just how it is. Let's stand strong, and serve the land. Working hard as one nation, yes we can. The more difficult it is to achieve, the more satisfying it is to make it. Just believe in us, we'll see you through it all. Oh, never give up. Oh, never give up. We can make it. Never forget those who were there for you. And if you dream big, you might just achieve it. The power to serve, standing for community. OGEB got the power to serve, the power to serve. We got the energy. OGEB.
Make use of WIB mobile banking with easy access and direct usage of face recognition, PIN code, or fingerprint. Download WIB mobile banking app and make your transaction from anywhere at any time. For more information, visit wib-bank.com.
And Oral Gives Live is Miss Maria Hunt Blyden. I'm gonna ask you just slide your chair up a little bit forward for me, please. Not too much, just a little bit. Yeah, good. Cause you're leaning back a little bit too much. You gotta come up a little bit more. You know, we live. Okay, that's much better, much better. Yeah. So if you just joined us, this is Oral Gives Live. We're on Hot 99.9 FM. That's our radio station, and also on YouTube, Facebook. And I'll tell you what, if you want to know when we upload a show, when we're live, subscribe to Oral Gibbs Live YouTube channel, and you'll be the first to know. Anyway, my good friend is here with us, and we are speaking with her about a lot of things, and she's my guest there. It's always good having her on the program. I'm just checking some things to make sure I have her ready to stay. So you mentioned about the coho. Tell us why you mentioned that.
The coho is put with conditions, and then when you put a country with something like coho, you have to do what Holland say, and that is not the intention. The coho was not supposed to be there because we supposed to be the handling our own affair.
Okay.
But since you are going for money, of course they're gonna put condition on you because you're asking money from them. And like how did I say, a Dutchman ain't no fool. He giving you a tranche, and now you want 90 million for the airport. You think anybody gonna give you 90 million in these days without condition? And look, when she went to Holland, she only wanted to tell us the 3 conditions. When the one from Curacao, what his name again, the Prime Minister from Curacao went to Curacao, he tell them all the conditions. So she might as well tell us.
Right, right.
Because these days, you can't, Curacao people don't hide nothing. Because even if you look to hide it, somebody would have take it out. But I don't know how she is doing things. Maybe she's doing things her way. Maybe it's the best way for her. But if she continue like this, I don't think she will be there next election.
Right.
I telling you, and I could bet money on it if I'm still alive. Because you cannot run a country like how you run it. You have nice words, you speak good to the people, flag day was good. But you ain't see anybody on the flag? You see anybody of St. Martin like how we used to be doing buying flag?
Yeah, that's over.
At all. Because we don't feel patriotic no more towards our country for how they run it.
Right.
If we got years ago, everything they have, we used to be in it. But now these young people, what you have there now, ain't care. They don't care. They don't care about school. In jobs, you promise them the ship, about going on the ship, but who gonna go?
Exactly.
Find out who gonna go out of these Samaritanos. I ain't saying so much for the other countries because I don't know how they stand. But talking about my indigenous people. You think they're gonna go so many months and think, you know, you don't know what gonna happen to them if they don't behave here. You think they're gonna, when they go over, they're gonna behave?
Exactly.
You cannot come with things that is that liable to our country. You gotta start here. Start them from cleaning the streets. Start them from being electrician around GBE or one of those companies down airport, whatever. Like how we started. My brothers them started as bellboys and all kind of thing. And then they move up to be managers. No, it wasn't overnight. But now are you coming with these things? They ain't qualified. They ain't qualified. But the Chinese qualified, the Indians qualified, and the Arabs qualified. And all who come here, even the Dutch people qualified.
Except to us.
Except us. So what you telling your people? So you think, I don't care about voting next election. If I am, it's all right too. If God take me home, it's all right too. Because I don't think I will vote. And I know my family ain't gonna vote. For them, what they are.
I tell you what, I'm gonna go to a quick break. I gotta come right back and then gonna continue with you again. All right?
Okay.
Okay. Please stay with us.
In order to know what you want out of life, you need to observe, listen, and try it yourself. Promises, but we can make it if we work together. That's just how it is. Let's stand strong, and serve the land. Working hard as one nation, yes we can. The more difficult it is to achieve, the more satisfying it is to make it. Just believe in us, we'll see you through it all. Oh, never give up. Oh, never give up. We can make it. Never forget those who were there for you. And if you dream big, you might just achieve it. The power to serve, standing for community. OGB got the power to serve, the power to serve. We got the energy. OGB.
Oh, my guest on Oral Gibbs Live, you can see her right there, the one and only Maria Blyden Hunt, and we are live on radio, FM 94, FM 99.9. I said FM 99, Hot 99. That's it, Hot 99, right? Yeah, my guest here on Hot 99 is Maria Hunt Blyden, and it's always good to have her on the program with us here on radio, television. And you know, you said a lot of things, and I think only local people can really understand what you're saying.
Because they know what they're going through. It's the local people that I speak to. You think anybody from away gonna tell me the business? Locals always deal with locals.
Yeah.
You know that? And I have a lot of local families here, both friend side and that side. So you can't do nothing with me unless you kill me. And that's nothing new.
So you're not happy with the situation? You don't
No,
want
no. And I forget to mention with the cohort, they have to pay it back, you know.
Yeah.
And you know how much it can cost our children? I ain't saying children, I could say my grandchildren.
The future generation is going to pay for that.
Over $1 billion. So I put our children in debt also, even before they get to be big. My grandchildren was young still. Last one is 5 years, 11 years old, sorry. And the oldest one is 23. So when they start to walk, they got to be paying for the cohort. I know my mother, I gonna be gone, and my daughter and her husband gonna be gone.
But you know what surprised me is that when I came back to St. Martin in the 80s from studying in America, we had a lot of problems.
Yes.
We had the round table discussions, and it was all involved in trying to change the Netherlands Antilles. And in 1986, I was in Curacao. No, 85 actually, because in January 1st, 1986, Aruba left the Netherlands Antilles.
Yes, I remember.
And I thought, well, you know, maybe things would be different, you know, but fast forward 20, 25 years later, and we have more problems now than we ever had, and it's terrible, like we're going really backwards, really fast.
Well, I would say our biggest enemy is we self. Because if I see you going up, I'm going to pull you down. That's the mentality now of these young people who are in government or who got money. They want to see you, Coral Gibbs, go up.
Yeah.
And it's we own people who are doing it, because how they gonna know your business? If they wasn't living here or thing, they got inquire about you.
Yeah.
And why I ever see a loophole to pull you down, they will pull you down. And we do it to ourselves. Our biggest enemy, and my cousin used to always say that, she dead and gone. She said, Maria, our biggest enemy is ourselves. Because nobody don't know about us. They come here, somebody gonna tell them something, and they glad to see you fall.
Yeah.
And that's the problem we have. We ain't getting together to say, well, let's start to do things together. Through the Almighty God, pray. All I just tell my children now is pray morning, noon, and night. So God could protect you from those people out there. Because we got a lot of demons. More demons than anything else. I don't really believe in witchcraft and those things, but I know the devil exists. And what is going on now in St. Martin is not normal.
There's good and evil in the world.
I know that. That's
Yeah.
why I'm saying that. And the evil had taken over St. Martin, because if you fall, nobody do. I fall already in town. Nobody pick me up, you know.
Really?
Really?
Well, I can't believe that.
Are you? I see, but a lady who all with her, the Haitian them right there, with the clothes them there, they ain't come pick me up, you know.
Wow.
And I said to myself, Maria, you in a bad state.
Yeah.
Because I can't see from the left eye. So I slipped and I fell down completely. And a lady come. God sent that lady. She was a local. She picked me. She said, but those people crazy. They ain't see you fall. I said, you see the busy selling the clothes and thing? That's why when they move them in the back. I didn't have nothing to say, because what I must say? I do what I want here. Everybody got association except the Samaritan.
That's true, huh? That's true, yeah.
Everybody, the Chinese Association, the Arab Association, the Indian Association, the Haitian Association, the Dominican Association, and everybody will keep a fete on their day, the Independence Day. And when they come to we, oh God, we don't do nothing for ourselves. It is by the time we put our head together to stop this foolishness of infighting.
We're too busy trying to destroy each other, right?
Correct. If we get out, we pray, and we get out, we will be the best people on earth. We'll be just like how we was years ago, sharing each other,
Yeah.
eat with each other, and don't looking at who house bigger than the next, who got swimming pool, and who got this. We're going to become really good people, back to how we used to be. I'm praying for that. I may not be around, but I always just pray for that. Lord, help us to be how we used to be, looking out for each other. Nobody don't look out for nobody no more, you know.
It's a dog eat dog world.
Dog eat dog. And as they're saying, and what grammar used to say, instead of get worse, we gonna get worse.
What's the
What's wrong? I used to tell, but I couldn't correct her in those days because she went to school. When I went to school, you know. So when they come with the what's wrong, when they come with the English twangs,
Yeah.
I had to leave them talk.
Yeah, that's a local vernacular.
No,
so,
you
yeah.
don't correct your parents at that age.
Yeah.
You have to respect your parents. But you know better.
Right.
My mother always said, if you know better, you do better. And forgiveness, you should always forgive your enemies. It's hard, I know. But if you ask God, He will help you to forgive them.
Forgive, but don't forget.
Forgive, but don't forget. No. I agree with that. But that's what Mother used to say. Forgive, but don't forget. But don't go in that person's way for them to, but this time they'll kill you, or the second time they'll kill you.
Yeah. No, it's always a pleasure having you. You know what? We still have some time still. We still have a few. Oh, we still have about 12 minutes to go.
Okay,
But you know, it's when you speak about the problems that we have in St. Martin, you know, it's difficult, like I mentioned before, for others, outsiders to understand, because you look at St. Martin, it's a beautiful island.
Oh, yes.
There's all this wealth. You drive around, you see all these nice homes, cars. we shouldn't have any problems.
But who they for?
No, that's where the problem is.
Who are they belong to the locals?
No.
And if they belong to the locals, they're gonna try to arrest them because they're gonna say is drugs involved or something like that.
Yeah.
So you even can't afford to have a big house.
Because then they come after you.
They come after you. They're gonna look to see, but we already get that big house from and something like that. But they ain't studying that you could work hard too and cross the bridge, because the old people used to say some of us will cross the bridge and go higher in life, but very few. In other
Right.
words, because in those days too, they had who crossed the bridge, like how they will tell you, because you were living in Rambo, and you cross the bridge and you go Marigot.
Yeah.
There the rich people and most of them will live in. So if you cross that bridge from Rambo to go over in town, or Tong or whatever, who had money in those days, you make it.
Yeah.
But here everybody get you. But we had, well, I could say I didn't do bad. I get a good job because I had good education in those days. And education in those days, what I had was good enough for me. And I make myself happy with what he gave me.
But we've come a long way, but you said something at the beginning of the program, and I'm still thinking about that.
What?
Because it was so true that our local people will become entrepreneurs, have a business, and then your own government destroy you and take it from you. I was shocked when you said that.
No, but it's true.
It's true. It is true.
It's
But-
true. Look around you.
Yeah.
Look what the business is today.
Yeah.
How much local business do you know?
They're slowly disappearing.
Okay.
Slowly. No, it's going even faster now.
Yes. Because the money what entrepreneurs bring from away is a lot.
Yeah.
And they go override you. And when you look, they can offer you to buy your business.
But they already bought. One guy said to me, they already bought out our leaders.
Probably. That's why everything is going so bad.
And
Because-
if that's true, that's really sad.
Very sad, but it happens all over the world. Here wasn't no. Because if you look at it, if you go in for a license, they ain't gonna give it to you. You go in for a permit, they ain't going to give it to you. But the big man with the money, he gonna get everything.
Yeah.
Everything in one day. Because he gonna put some money here to fool them.
Yeah.
When he ready, that money done gone, ship out already. And that is what killing us. The greed and the power to get money. And if you're greedy and you want power so much, you have to destroy people below to get where you are.
But it wasn't always like that, no.
Yes, it was always like that, but it wasn't so observant. Because still you could get a little house here, a little house there. Like how I get my house.
Yeah.
I built my house myself, but yes. But now, which young man or which young woman could build a house now? In the salary what they get now. And they ain't hiring our local girls no more.
Yeah.
And they ain't hiring the boys them. So what the boys gonna be doing? Selling drugs? And there is where the money is.
Sad, huh?
Sad. I don't care if they lock me up tomorrow. Because if they lock me up, they ain't doing me nothing. But I'm telling them, they have kids. Remember, when you hold me accountable for something, you must remember your children coming. And God don't like ugly. He gonna punish every one of you who treats somebody unfairly in life. My grandmother always say that. Mariel, watch what you say and know what you're saying. What I tell you is I know what I'm saying. And if tomorrow they hold me accountable, they're going to go right ahead.
But do you think, and I'm probably being devil's advocate right now, do you think that most of the problems is because of the kind of government that we have today? Or
No,
it's our own making?
It's our own making. You know why? Because when we had get satisfied and everybody get the house, like for instance, me, you get my house, you get your house, all of us get the house, become lenient. In other words, how we the Dutch to say, you can't Helemaal, je hebt geen zin meer om te werken. You have that push to push
Yeah.
yourself for you. You stay stagnant. And this is what happened to us. We stay stagnant and they're talking about
But our people resent ambitious local people too.
yes, we were, but we stopped being ambitious.
And the reason why I say this, I remember coming back as a young man and starting this program after I couldn't find a job. And so I came back in 83, went for a whole year without a job. And I remember people in government and other people tried to destroy me. And basically they said, well, I was too ambitious as a young man. So what do you want us to be then?
They want us to be lazy. Lazy. Be happy with what you get and stay where you are. Don't cross that bridge to come over to them. Because anytime you come over to them, they see you as a threat. Because next thing, you will go for their place. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you have, it's okay. But when they see you going up so fast, they have to destroy you. Because you're going to see things, and you're going to hear things, and you're going to feel comfortable. Because you know it's wrong.
So then, in the end, right, what's the sense of us going to the polls to elect people that are not going to work in the interest of the country?
Well, I would say like this. You could do as much as you want, but not as long as you want. And for what I see and what I can hear, I wonder if this government going to stay the 4 years.
Oh no, it's going very fast.
It's going fast.
Yeah.
I predicting today is what, the 14th or 15th?
14th
14th.
June.
That this government going to fall like all the rest, although they have the two major people.
Yeah.
Because if you infighted inside, something going to happen.
But you hear about the Tiat minister and what they're doing there, they're trying to force him
But
out.
this is what happened. The Masik. Why wanting to send a resignation letter for Nisik? Everybody that gets sick, he need time. And even if you go in there, you want him to drop down an aisle. I don't know how the law goes concerning how long you could stay out sick. In private sector, it's up to 2 years you could stay out sick. I don't know for what he have.
I don't know because I'm not familiar with the law, but
Me neither.
yeah.
So now, of course, one campaign gonna be happy, the next camp, because you hear the asking for your resignation and all kind of, you hear it on the street. I don't know if it's true. Okay?
Well, it's true.
It is true?
It is true. It's not. It's really,
I
really
hear it on the
true.
street.
Yeah, but it's come from here now. It is true.
So who do I put back, Ruth Mila?
I don't know. I don't think so. You know, she left. Before she left, she was on this program
Yeah.
saying that she was leaving, and she was very adamant about why she was leaving. She didn't hide her feelings.
Oh,
So I don't
okay.
think she will be going back for sure. But
I wouldn't go back.
yeah,
Because power is with the people, with the who is making the laws. It's with the way she should be.
yeah.
And where you gotta be sit every day to put pressure, especially on a woman.
You see, when people are pointed at a minister, and you have other politicians saying, "This is my minister. This is my this and
Yeah,
that,"
yeah, yeah.
and they put enormous amount of pressure on these ministers. It hurts, and then so good people don't want to be a part of that anymore.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
But they can fire her too. They can, I mean, not now, but when she was minister, they could have fired her too if they had want to. And I agree with her to go back in parliament. You know why? They can't fire her so easy. Only thing could happen is the government could fall.
But you see, it's this government is going to go very rapidly from now on. It's like they say, like a roll of toilet paper.
Yeah.
It's going to go real fast. But unfortunately, I'm worried about St. Martin.
Me
The
too.
reason why I'm worried about St. Martin is that this fighting, this greed, this thing where only the small number of select bourgeois politicians can succeed in this island. That's not good. You know, you got to share the wealth
Yes.
and stop attacking your own people, making it difficult for them to succeed.
But maybe that's the game they're playing, Russian roulette.
Not that is what they're playing. It's dangerous.
It's very dangerous because when they kill the captain, when they kill the queen and the king, you ain't got no more soldiers.
You saw what happened in the Dominican Republic. A minister, his friend, killed him right in his office because
Yes.
he was upset. Huh?
Yes,
Huh?
yes.
That happened in the Dominican Republic just a week ago.
Yes, that's true. That's true. In Haiti too, that happened. The prime minister. So in the end, they will attack you. Said I will tell you.
And I heard
So
people, and I heard people saying that it's coming to St. Martin sooner or later because of the way things are going. Now, I would never want to see that happen.
I will never want to see that
But,
happen. None of
hey,
us matters.
You know, it's
Not
unfortunate.
whoever in parliament, I
Yeah.
wouldn't like. Neither in how you say in the ministerat, I don't want nothing to happen. None of them. But if things ain't going good, you better come out and leave somebody else run it. But you don't know who you're putting now.
Well, it's hard.
It's hard.
It's hard.
Yeah, but I know I don't know, but I feel at my age now I don't harass. I think I'm going to harass myself, but no voting at all, because, yeah, I ain't seen. I once I get my pension, all those $1,070 I getting, $1,070 I get it a month, and once I could live that, I got no friend to pay. The water and light is paid by my son. He lives in my house. So that's it. And the €300 that I get from the French, which is $200 now because it's 1-to-1, I haven't to worry about.
Well, we only have 20 seconds, all yours, in closing.
Oh, all I could tell the people, don't give up. Pray. We must pray a lot. And my grandmother used to say, and my mother used to say, when things get so hard, you have to pray morning, noon, and night. Especially our seniors, I pray. And if I pray, things will come back to normal because God is in control.
I want to thank you, Miss Maria Handbladen, for being my guest in the program. Always a pleasure having you, all right?
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. And that's it for now. I'll see you next time. Until then, take care and bye.